Alright, and hello everyone, it is me, Jay Burns, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make this bracelet right here. This bracelet is my own original design, and it is called the Crochet Circles bracelet. And yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to make this design. So to make it, you're going to need your hook. You can use any hook for this design. You don't need a fancy double-ended hook or anything. Then you're going to need a clip. I'm going to be using a C-clip. And then you're going to need rubber bands. And there are two groups. The A group, or the A rubber bands, are going to be all the little circles or these loose pink bands you see here in the bracelet. And the B rubber bands are going to be what's actually stitched. And they're like these red, brown, bronze rubber bands here. So in the description I'll have the number of bands you'll need for each section of the bracelet and how long each section is. And if you need more time to get your supplies, go ahead and use the pause button. But we're just going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to start by getting our hook. And we're going to get 2 A-color bands, so we're going to be using 2 A-color bands at a time, and then we're going to need, there we go, and then we're going to need 6 of our B-color bands, and we're going to start by taking our hook, then the 2 A-color bands, and just set them on our hook like so. Then we're going to get one of our B-color rubber bands. We're going to put it on our hook like so, and we're going to slide these 2 A-color rubber bands onto it. Then we're going to put the other end of this new band onto our hook, and then we're going to take this loop furthest away from the actual hook part of our hook, so that one I'm grabbing there, and we're going to pull it off and over the hook, like so. And now what we've done is we've created a slip knot, and we're going to use this technique for making the design. So now we're going to go back into those 2 A-color bands, as you can see I'm doing right there. And we're going to get another B-color rubber band, put it on our hook like so, slide only the 2 A-color bands onto it, and then put the other end of the new band on. Then we're going to take those 2 loops furthest away from the actual hook part of our hook. We're going to take both of them and pull them off and over the hook this time. And that's how we're going to pretty much make the bracelet. So that's the main thing you need to know how to do when you're making this design. And it's getting a little messy in there, so I'm just doing a little adjusting. But you can always do that at the end of making the bracelet. Anyway, now we're going to do it again. So we're going to take our hook, put it going in through those A-color bands, get a B-color band, put it on our hook like so, slide the A-color bands on, put the other end of the B-color band on your hook, and then you're going to get the 2 loops furthest away from your hook thing, and slide them off and over the hook. And we're just going to do that 3 more times. So I'm going to go ahead and let this part play, or actually I'm going to speed it up. Use the pause button if you need more time when I finish. Alright, so there we go. Now, once you've finished one of your circles, now it's time to get ready to start the next one. So we're going to go ahead and get 2 more A-color rubber bands. And we're going to do something probably the most difficult part of making this design. It's not hard at all though. So you're just going to hold those bands that you have on your hook, especially where the slip knot is. So you don't really need to hold the loop exactly, but you just need to make sure you pinch those bands so they don't come apart. Then you're just going to need to slide the 2 A-color bands onto your hook. Then we're going to put this loop here, this knot, back onto our hook, and it's important that we have the side of the knot that looks like a V facing towards the bands. So this side here that I'm showing you, where the band looks like a V on the back, make sure that's the side that's facing towards the bands on your hook when you put the knot on back on. And this was how it was before you had taken the knot off. Alright, so anyway, now we're going to cross the 2 A-color bands over the B color loop like so. It's important that you do that. And now we're going to take that B color loop and we're going to pull it off and over the hook and also over those bands we just crossed over it. I'm just taking my good old time doing this part here. And once we've done that, now we're just going to slide the knot over, or the loop now, over the two bands. And we should end up with something like this here. This here, there we go. And that's what connects the two loops together. And I need to do a little adjusting. Oh, there we go. Because you want your bands to look a little bit more like circles before you add the B color bands. Alright, so now we're going to add B color bands, but to this side of the design. So to do that, we're just going to stick our hook in through the the A color bands, and we're going to make sure we're on the opposite side of where the B color bands are on the previous A color bands. So before I had the B color bands, you saw them, they were on the left. So now I'm going to be working on the right side of the design. So there we go, working on the right side here. So your first knot, you want to make it as close to that knot you just made, but if you don't, just make sure you're still on the right side. You can always adjust the bands later. Alright, so it's the same little process. We're going to pull the A color bands onto the B color band. Then we're going to put the other end, or this end here, that's furthest away from the actual part of our hook. We're going to pull that off and over the hook, making the slip knot. Then we're going to go back into the two A color bands. Make sure we're working away from the original slip knot we made before, or the connector knot, I'll call it. And we're going to go ahead and add another B color band. And the process is the same for every B color band we add, except for the connector, the ones that we connect the A color bands with. So I'm not going to really explain it anymore. So as you can see, I'm working away from that connector knot. Now we're going to go ahead and add the last 4 of our B color bands to this circle, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just let this part play through since I'm already going pretty fast here. Okay, so there we go. We now are ready to add another circle to our bracelet, and basically that's it for making your design. All you need to do is know how to make that connector knot and also the slip knots, and you're good to go. You also just need to remember to alternate the sides that you put the B color bands on, and you'll have your design. So I'll have a timestamp in the description that will take you back to when I showed you how to make that connector knot, and you'll just use that part on to continue making your bracelet. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to close this design off. Alrighty, so to close off the design and make it a bracelet, you're going to just need your clip. You're not going to need any additional rubber bands. And here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take our hook, and we should be finished a circle, so we shouldn't have connected a new one or anything. We're just going to take our hook and put it going back through that circle band like we're about to add another B color band, but this time there's a little twist. We're going to put our clip on there. So we're going to attach our clip to those A color bands, and then also, oh, there we go, and then also that B color loop that we have on our hook. And I get really close and personal right there. Got a little blurry, sorry. There we go, and once the clip is on, you can take those bands off your hook. You don't need your hook anymore. And now you're just going to take your clip and attach it to the other end of your bracelet. And there's no cap band, but it's just going to be that first rubber band in your chain that you would connect the clip to. And yeah, just one thing I would suggest when you're attaching the clip is that you don't put it in between any B color bands, because that's just not how the bracelet was designed. You want to put it on just one side. So you'll see what I'm doing here. So as you can see, I didn't put my clip in between two B color bands. It's just kind of on the outside right there. And now you would have your bracelet. Even though mine's a little short and you can't really tell. So I'll just go ahead and get my other example to show you what your results should be kind of like. Alright, so now it's time for the outro. So I would like to thank you for watching my tutorial. Hopefully it showed you how to make the Crochet Circles bracelet successfully. Hopefully now you have one. It's kind of a simple, nice little design to make for wearing, because that's what bracelets are for, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video, other than thanks for watching, and bye!